Did you know that your probiotic is more than likely being grown on mold? Yes, you heard me right, mold. Diane Knievel here, and I am your one-stop shop for health, beauty, and wellness tips. And today we are going to be talking about probiotics, where they come from, what you should be taking, and where to get them. Yes, I said that correctly. Your probiotics are being grown on Aspergillus mold. It's a little frightening to me, especially when you look at what Aspergillus mold can actually do to you. Lots of bad stuff. Diverse organ systems, eye problems, gastrointestinal infections. It's not pretty. When inhaled, it can cause infections. Many of these mold-related infections cause fevers, shortness of breath, coughing, chest pain, and require treatment with antifungal medications. To make the probiotics, they ferment the mold and collect the enzymes from it. When you read your label, it's not going to say that. You're probably going to see a generically described enzyme like protease, lipase, amylase, or phytase. Probably slaughtered those, but somewhere along those lines. These are all enzymes which can be derived from Aspergillus, which is also black mold. They say there's no danger in inhalation of mold spores from the enzymes derived using the fermentation process. And the amounts of enzymes used in the probiotics are assumed to be safe and beneficial. Personally, I don't want my probiotics to come from mold. It's just gross, especially when they're assumed to be safe and beneficial. What probiotic do you take? There's so many out there to choose from. They have different types, they have different strains, they have single strains, they have multiple strains, they have different CFUs, and they have so many different claims on all the different packages. And these are all important things to consider when deciding what to take. So let's dig in just a little bit so you know what to look for when you're looking for a probiotic. Let's start with the purpose of taking a probiotic. It's to have a balanced intestinal microflora so you can optimize your digestive defense system. A lot of people think that the more strains that there are in the probiotic, the better. This is not true, mostly because all of those strains are ones that are grown on black mold. Also, the stomach is a very acidic environment, and not many probiotics are able to withstand those conditions, which means you aren't getting the benefits from the probiotics because your stomach kills them off before they can even colonize. You need them to colonize or adhere, make it to your lower digestive tract. When you read the labels, you'll see how many CFUs or colony forming units that they have. Most probiotics have 10 to 20 million CFUs listed on the label. This is adequate for a lot of people, but definitely not enough for someone who has any kind of digestive or GI issues. Another problem here is that some labels list the beginning of the shelf life CFUs. If the product doesn't specify that the amount that it's delivering is at the end of shelf life for CFUs, then it's probably delivering the higher amount when the package is first opened and decreases as time goes on, and you're not getting the CFUs that you think you're getting. And the challenge here is probiotics, they're not very stable over time. So if a product has really high CFUs at the beginning and it's not stable, especially by the time that it gets into your system, even, you just taking the probiotic, you're not going to get the benefits that you think you are. One, because it doesn't have the probiotics, and two, it might not be able to withstand your stomach. So the keys here are, even if the probiotic is provided in higher amounts, if it's not stable and it doesn't colonize or bypass the acidic environment in the stomach, then it's not providing the intended benefit that you think that it is. Let's get back to what you should take. The one that I take is called Probiotic PCC. It is the one and only strand that is grown on resistant starch instead of black mold. It is a Lactobacillus Fermentum PCC strain. That's a long name. The more information you have on a probiotic, the better. You need to know exactly what strain and species and everything that you're taking, because more than likely, if it's not listing that, it is a mold species. This one is clinically proven to survive the gastric acid and effectively colonize in the gut, in the lower digestive system. It's also proven to encourage the proliferation of healthy live probiotic bacteria in the lower digestive tract, acting as a resilient and stable territorial colonizer. This one is actually a shelf-stable probiotic. It doesn't require refrigeration, although any probiotic that you take, even if it says it doesn't need refrigerated, you should refrigerate it once the package is opened, just because it helps the stability of the probiotic. The biggest key here is any kind of moisture getting in there, it significantly accelerates the stability conditions. That's another thing I really love about this one is it has like a dual chamber package, and it actually helps against the moisture. The Probiotic PCC, it actually meets all the criteria when you're looking for a probiotic. It will sustain the acidic environment in your stomach. It will colonize in the gut and the lower digestive tract. It will deliver 2 billion CFUs at the end of shelf life, which is far superior to the 10 to 20 million that most others offer. And most importantly to me, it's not grown on mold. So if you're ready to grab some of this, I will link it in the comments or in the description below. If you have found value in any of this, please share, like, subscribe. All of your love definitely helps me out. And I do need to say I am not a doctor. Nothing I suggest should be perceived as medical advice. These are just my thoughts and suggestions from a nutritional standpoint. Please feel free to reach out to me with any questions that you have. And if you are concerned, you definitely always need to talk to your doctor before starting stuff. This, I guess me personally, I don't want to take mold enzymes. I don't. So this is perfect for me. It is the only strand created that is not grown on mold. That's huge to me. If you have questions, you can reach out here or you can reach me at dianeknievel.com, and I am more than happy to talk to you and share any information with you that I have found in my research, because I want to help you feel better and help you take the best supplements that you possibly can for yourself, just because I wouldn't have ever known any of this years ago. Like I wouldn't have even known to research this. So I just want to be here to provide you with this information for you to be able to have somewhere you can trust to look for information. And if you need any help at all, I love helping people. Please, please, please reach out. And I'm excited to see you back here for the next health, beauty, and wellness tips.